within my son. One remain the die, doesn't see the light. Realize it's a fight, choose to be what's wrong and right. That's when you realize you only go down just because you choose to be clown. Call yourself a politician, what the raw corruption of which your mission was to make a positive contribution in social economic development and the growth of your own nation. Now here comes time to hold you accountable. Have you seen Illinois prisons? Obviously possible. Time of consequence as a result of karma, standing cold feet, like getting ready to face the drama. Tell what the meaning of the silly game. How could you light on the fire and try to resist the fire of the flame? You gotta share in the blame, you gotta bear your name. I say you looking so frown when it's time to go down. Tell me why you wrong when you know you can never hide. Tell me why did you carry one before you start the fight? I could do wrongs, ever make a right. I could do wrongs, ever make a right. Tell me why you wrong when you know you can never hide. Tell me why did you carry one before you start a fight? I could do wrongs, ever make a right. I could do wrongs, ever make a right. It's never too late to adjust. Things can never reach you and applaud. As a matter of fact, error can never be too old not to be corrected. Do what is right as long as deep down your spirit is directed. But why it seems that good deed are always been neglected. Ironically, by the same people that generally were expected. People can never be satisfied, but they always fight. And evil side ready to do whatever to fulfill their plight. Remember you the direct subject, the consequence of your action. Dream big, don't think different because you live in a mansion. Plan on, man, pump, put the feet on the ground you stand on. No matter which way this storm of life waits you to, stay strong, all day long, never lose direction. Don't take a trendy road, you go do it words without asking question. What you put your quest on, is it worth money or life pleasure? Are you inclined to this direction? Tell me why you wrong when you know you can never hide. Tell me why did you carry one before you start the fight? I could do wrongs, ever make a right. I could do wrongs, ever make a right. Tell me why you wrong when you know you can never hide. Tell me why did you carry one before you start a fight? I could do wrongs, ever make a right. I could do wrongs, ever make a right. True story, real fact for me. Do wrongs ain't never gonna make a right.
I've come to terms with the fact that my future might not involve people I'm around now. I get tired of doing this every time I try something new. Sometimes I had to walk away from what I want to find what I deserve. I made mistakes in my life. I've learned from my bad choices. I'll know better next time. Don't mention a person's past mistakes when they're trying to change. That's like throwing rocks at them while they're struggling to climb a mountain. Yeah, let's talk about that, y'all. Go ahead, let's bring it out. Like your unique strengths in music creation. Coming from the series, Good Things Happen to Girls Who Hustle. We're going to be talking about practice, practice, practice. Define what works about your music and what doesn't, and balance risk and newness with productive habits and routines. We're going to talk about that right here on the Boss Ladies Live radio show. Let's go, y'all. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Boss Ladies Live radio show. 4-time award winning now. Spreaker Studios, sponsored by Boss Ladies Inc. and Dre's Radio Cafe, aka Dre's 8. Welcome back to another show. You know what I'm talking about? Man, how to bring out your unique strengths in music creation. Oh man, I didn't put this much thought as Miss Fabulous. I'm gonna say I didn't put this much thought into the music creation. I just went in there and was myself. I think that's the most unique creation you can make in music, when you put your unique individual talent into a song. And then that's when the strength started to evolve. Now that I'm looking at this blog, I can really go back, and then when I first started my first album, Love Chronicles. If y'all haven't checked that out, check it out. It's playing on Boss Lady Radio Show on every single episode. You can't miss Miss Fabulous. If you want to check out the whole album without the DJ noise, go to www.reverbnation.com/NUCKDD. That's 2 D's, SKI. And you check out all that. And after the breakup will be dropping soon. It already came out as of last month, but it will not be released on Reverb Nation until a couple of weeks from now. I'm trying to put everything together for the show and balance that, so bear with me. But yeah, that really gave me the strength to be unique. That's what I love about underground. You can really be yourself. You don't have to be molded and shaped by someone else to do what you have to do in your music career. I think you have more freedom, more exploration. You can really get into depth and being more creative, because when you're free to do what you want to do, the more creative you become, if that makes sense. So, the first thing I did before I dropped any track was practice. And I didn't do that at first. I would just go in there, write the lyrics down, go in there. But I had a difficult time holding up the microphone. Then I got to stand a certain way. Then I got to make sure that it sound right. Because, when I was recording, we didn't have a lot of money. So we didn't have all that special stuff. And then sometimes I would get the flow, and then the producer would stop it in the middle. And I'm like, okay, what did I do wrong? And it's my doggone song. So, and it's not just about you. It's about everybody in the room. And that's when we got creative. Hey, I'm going to put this little taste up in there. We're going to play it back. We're going to see how it goes. So shout out to Psycho the Urchin. He was the one that actually produced the Love Chronicles album, and most of the After the Breakup. I was just rehashing the songs that I didn't release due to the fact that I didn't have all the support that I have now. So it's starting to make sense about this music creation. The album is starting to make sense as I was putting it together, and now it's super easy to put series of albums and mixtapes together. And then I'm around all you guys with your lovely talent and your beautiful creations that you're making and the success that you're doing. And congratulations to everybody that has been moving up, evolving, winning awards outside of other platforms. You moving around, you're growing, you're developing. I want to give y'all a special round of applause for just doing your thing, staying on the grind, even though this stuff is hard. We really don't have a lot of support. I'm happy to help on this platform. So shout out and salute to all y'all. Wrong button, know what I'm talking about, but it's going to be okay. A round of applause. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Appreciate that. The next thing I had to do was to find what works for me and what doesn't. Didn't know that I was going to be in the future a national artist, that, the states really wasn't feeling something that they either heard before or never heard before. And when I came out with my album, people were still into mainstream and they wanted to hear me sound like so-and-so, or they wanted to compare me to so-and-so over there. But that's what I love about underground, y'all. You don't have to be like nobody. You could be like you, and then after a while, people want to be like you, so I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather people be like me than me trying to be like somebody, because it's hard enough to be me on a regular basis. You know what I'm talking about? So, laughing but very serious. And then the final thing I had to learn was balance risk and newness with productive habits and routines. So I had to get in, make, writing music and putting songs together and going to the studio a part of my lifestyle. This was not just something I did on the side or was a hobby or something like that. This is something I really wanted to do. Has been something that I've been working on since I was a little girl. All I wanted to do was radio on music. I should have stuck to it, should have went to college for it, but who knew? And it wasn't a lot of opportunities here in Wisconsin for artists, because they really don't support music. They support theater and arts, but they don't support music. So I had to do something about that. So here we are, 4-time award-winning Boss Ladies radio show. And without further ado, let's get some EDU in our lives, y'all. How to bring out your unique strengths or your unique strengths in music creation. We're going to find that at blog.reverbnation.com/2021/bring-out-strengths-in-music-creation. Yes, I still do those dashes. Yes, yeah, ma'am. Yes, sir. I don't want nobody saying I was plagiarizing they stuff. So, for those that don't know. But creating lots of music obviously takes work. But writing in ways that highlight your unique strengths and perspectives as a songwriter is much harder to do. If you're new to songwriting, it can be hard to recognize your unique creative strengths. But even if you've been at it for years, it's not always natural to create with your strengths at the center of your process. As songwriters, we each bring a unique set of perspectives and musical assets to our music. But while each of us is different, there are universal strategies we can embrace to highlight our creative strengths in music creation. Practice, practice, practice. Songwriting isn't a you either have it or you don't kind of thing for most artists. Like all other skills, making music is something we get better and better at it as we practice and progress. Discovering and using your unique strength isn't something you can do quickly as an artist. It takes some songwriters years to truly identify and develop what they're best at as music makers. The time needed to go into developing strengths as a songwriter is a high cost of admission, and it's one of the reasons why so many quit. But if you're willing to stick it out and write lots of music over a long period of time, you'll be doing the kind of work needed to discover and develop your best musical traits and authentic creative voice. Make as much music as you can if you're not sure what you're good at in songwriting. If you do this, you'll eventually discover your strengths and unique music identity through practice and exploration. Define what works about your music and what doesn't. Your most creatively successful songs aren't necessarily the ones that have racked up the most streams and downloads. While outside feedback can be important for helping you recognize your creative strengths, your own intuition and insights are also important. To learn to recognize and leverage your best creative traits, take an unflinching look at your music and ask what works about it and what doesn't. Do this by listening to your previously released work and by observing your current writing process. You might find that your best assets are the ones that are the most natural to you, or that you most promising creative qualities need development to be better. Revelations like these are super important, so pay attention and take them seriously. What you learn will strengthen your creative process. When it's time to spread the word about your music, it's time to look at Promote It, Boss Ladies Radio Show services. Balance risk and newness with productive habits and routines. One of the toughest things about music creation is that habits and routines usually help writers make lots of music, but relying on them too much can stifle inspiration, novelty, and excitement. To combat this and bring out your strengths, you'll need to constantly usher risk and newness into your process. This means prioritizing experimentation and being okay when you hit dead ends while you write. Write a song on a new instrument. Experiment with super slow or fast tempos. Peel back the instrumental and production layers you're used to working with and try writing as minimally as possible for a change. When you write as often as you can through habits and routines and bring experimentation and newness into your creative processes,